All right, so we are running into a very exciting Thursday night football between New England and obviously the Steelers. Now, I'm not saying the Steelers and New England are necessarily bad teams, but what I am saying is I don't expect there to be a whole lot of action in this game. Both of these are very defensive coaches. You got Mike Tomlin, you got Bill Belichick, and they've seen each other on the field more times than not. You speak. I think both of them know exactly how this game is going to go. This game is going to be underwhelming. The reason why we're actually getting this out to you because we want to get you guys a pick for Thursday Night Football because we know a lot of you guys are degenerates. But there's not a whole lot to bet on in this game. I mean, you got the under at 30 points. It's down to 29.5. I mean, I really don't want to give a pick on this because all bets lean to under, right? That New England versus the Chargers last week. They scored 6 points. New England scored 0. There's 6 points scored in the entire 4 quarters of NFL football. And, and the Chargers have one of the worst ranking defenses there is. So it's just this New England's defense is one of the top 10 defenses in the league. So is it, their defense is overperforming, their offense can't do anything. Give me a sec. I'm going to clip this part out. I keep forgetting his fucking name, dude. You got a 2-10 New England team with Bailey Zappi at the head. You're going against Mike Tomlin and Mitch Trubisky in primetime football on a Thursday night. I don't see this game scoring more than 20, 25 points. Now, are you telling me if I'm going to take the under? I don't know. Because this could be one of those games where the offensive scores come out of nowhere. We get some turnovers. We get QBs making bad decisions. Steak likes to make a pick when there's 2 backup quarterbacks going against each other. He likes to take the over. Because usually under is pretty low. Prime example, Thursday night, Amazon Prime Football. We've got an over that's 29.5. Now, both these teams have just not been – their offensive scoring and their offensive pressure is non-existent. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, but you've got, who you got? Pickett, that's it. You got Pickett, you got George Pickens, and you got Najee Harris on the Steelers. Maybe you could say, obviously, you got, Ezekiel Jones on New England. So, unfortunately, Steak wasn't here tonight. Steak's not feeling too well. So, we're going to go ahead and give out a Thursday picks. Like I said, this is something we're just giving you guys so you have something to bet on Thursday Night Football. But I like Mitch Trubisky under 14.5 rushing yards. New England is notorious to shut down rushing as it is. And, why wouldn't they give it to Najee Harris or Jalen Warren? Why wouldn't they give it to the 2 running backs? So they're not going to let Mitch run it. And if there is an open slot for him to run it, he's not going very far. Maybe 1 or 2 yards a gain. That happens 3 or 4 times a game. It's not going to be over 14.5. Another pick that I really like on this is a teaser bet. The teaser is going to be, you could do, I know all kinds of different books have different lines. You can do 7-point teasers. You go all the way to 10-point teasers. Obviously, you have to give a little bit of vig for it. But I really like New England plus 10.5, teased with under 38.5. I think that bet would be my go-to bet for tonight. And even that I don't love. I'm just telling you that right now, I don't love it, but that's the bet that I will go with tonight. Just because this is one of those games, man, you don't know what's going to happen. You really don't. I mean, you got, like I said, you got these 2 teams that just are I'm not even going to watch this game, to be honest with you. I'll probably watch the first quarter of it and then go lay down with my girl and, have some food. There's not a whole lot. Are you going to watch the game tonight?
No.
It's unexciting. Unfortunately, Amazon had to cop this. Obviously, they get these, games before the season starts, and nobody can predict, that Kenny Pickett's going to get hurt, and not for nothing, Mike Jones isn't hurt, like we said, but he's underperforming, so he won't be playing. So, that's going to be my 2 picks tonight. I'm going to take those both. If you had to choose, one or the other on the over/under, I'm going to lean under on this game. Honestly, I think usually unders aren't the square plays, but tonight we're going to go with. This is going to be a square play because I'm sure everybody that knows anything about football is going to bet the under tonight. I actually saw Steak bet the over.
No way.
Yeah, he bet, but Steak's a psycho like that. He likes to do bets like this. So
call him in right now. Like, why the fuck would you bet the over?
I know. And then honestly, the spread started at Steelers minus 7.5, and it's down to 5 or 4.5. So there's been a lot of money coming on New England. I know Steelers had that, kind of somewhat embarrassing loss against Arizona last week, but, I think that there's a possibility that Patriots could pull this through. They kind of had to at some point, right? I know we talked about Bill Belichick being on, the list of forced retirements, but I mean, he was a great coach in the past. You know what I mean? And obviously, he doesn't really have any weapons this year, and I don't think that's entirely his fault. Now, if you were to say New England's a good team, I'd disagree with you. But I do think going to primetime football game, they're down to their record's a great showcase of how the team's been playing. That's got to fire them up, man. That's got to. There's no player in the NFL that's like, okay with being, 2-10. It's just not happening. So there's definitely some spice in the locker room. That's my teaser for the night. Normally we don't do teasers and parlays, but I think a 2-team teaser on a game like this, on a prime time, game where the under is very leaning, I think this is a good cause for it. So, yep. Always remember to gamble responsibly. Don't gamble with. We always call it, there's a sports brain and there's a gambling brain. And you got to know which ones to use at which times. Gamble responsibly and have a good night. Do you think that came out good?
Yeah. Sweet to the point. Picks. Some data.
There's a few things I messed up, so I'll edit it, but I can't do the AI. Because I know the AI doesn't get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like the AI will go back
You
and
can
forth.
take it out yourself. But the AI won't.
Fuck for a second.